I knew from the moment I walked in that Aveda was right for me.
I just love the environment here.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful.
The best thing about Aveda is there's so many amazing things.
It's a really good environment to be studying here.
When you walk in the space, I think everyone's really welcoming and you can pick up on that vibe right away. Both of our institutes, the Institute of Beauty and Wellness here in Milwaukee, as well as the Aveda Institute in Madison, are fantastic.
I love the fact that we are in the heart of the Third Ward. There's just a lot of really cool places around. The Institute attracts a really cool vibe.
I love that we're right on the UW-Madison campus. For students that are coming right out of high school, they get a little bit of a college feel.
It's just a nice central place to be.
And it just makes for a really unique learning environment.
Our curriculum is top-notch. Now our educators really want to see you grow professionally and personally.
We have coaches within every domain.
We cover domains in cosmetology, barbering, aesthetics, manicuring, massage, Ayurveda aesthetics, and our instructor training program.
I think the small class sizes really set us apart. It's not just going to be you're sitting in a classroom and you're getting lectured. It's going to be hands-on and creative. And since this is such a creative profession, most of the students that come here really thrive in that creative learning environment.
The best part about Aveda has just been making a lot of friends and building relationships with teachers.
Oh, the instructors are amazing. They inspire me to work harder every day. I look up to them, they're my mentors.
The students are so fun. We get all kinds of personalities, from sometimes 17 years old up to, 50 years old. So it's very diverse.
Everybody really meshes well together and gets along. So I really like that, kind of family vibe that you have.
Something that makes our institute special is that we're training students to be successful professionals.
I like that they bring guest educators here, because then we get to see how other people do it in the real world.
We have a huge network of alumni around the U.S. and abroad that we can connect you with.
That creates an incredible networking opportunity for our students, that they truly can go out and do anything that they want to do with their career.
I've seen a lot of classes pass through now, and it amazes me every time how much they grow, how much they learn, and how well they do when they leave.
If you're really passionate about being in this industry, this is the school to come to learn.
I've learned so much.
And the school itself there's just such a strong sense of family. I wouldn't change it for the world.
By welcoming you all to our first virtual graduation with the Aveda Institute Madison. So thank you so much for all of you that are on right now to celebrate these students and their success through their program here. My name is Ariana Oldenburg. I am the Assistant Director of the Madison Institute, and I've had the pleasure of working with all of these students throughout their program some way or another to help them complete and go out into the world and work in these fields. So let me just admit one more person here on the right. All right, awesome. So again, yeah, thank you for joining us. This is a little bit different than we all imagined our graduations being, but we're gonna make the best of it and help celebrate these students throughout their program, since we have cosmetology and aesthetics graduating today. Before we start anything at our school, we always do the Aveda mission. So if you'd like to say it along with me, go for it, but I will start off and go. So our mission at Aveda is to care for the world we live in, from the products we make to the ways in which we give back to society. At Aveda, we strive to set an example for environmental leadership and responsibility, not just in the world of beauty, but around the world. So it is my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker tonight, which is Susan Haise. She is the owner of our institutes, and she is going to take some time today to talk a little bit about our school and to congratulate these students. So Sue, I will unmute you and you can go ahead.
Great. Can you see me and hear me, Ari?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Well, congratulations, everyone. Graduation day is such a special day. You know, my name's Susan Haise, for those who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. I've been in the industry for almost 30 years. And I'll tell you, it's a career path that has been an absolute pleasure and privilege to serve from every level of the experience that I have had. Congratulations to all of the graduates here today. You know, both cosmetology and Esthiology. I think I'm a unique commencement speaker in the fact that I can speak from both sides of those experiences. I started in the industry in 1987, and I always hate to say that. And you know, it absolutely was a right fit. You know, I started in the industry. My mom's girlfriend was on the board of the opera here in the Milwaukee Florentine Opera. And she liked the way I did my own makeup and hair and so forth. And at that time said, hey, would you ever be interested in doing makeup and wigs for the opera? And I was like, wow, fantastic. I'd love to do that. And so that's where it kind of all started. So I started working with the Florentine, doing wigs, makeup, body painting. And there was only 3 operas a year. They ran for 2 weeks. We just participated as makeup artists and wig masters within the last 2 weeks of it. And it was very cool, a great way to get started in a passionate industry that I would just love and really valued my time. So starting off in the industry young, went to beauty school. And after my 1,800-hour beauty school experience, I went on to work in a professional salon and spa. The salon was part of an association called Intercoiffure. Intercoiffure is a worldwide organization of hairdressing salons. They are all, typically they were owned by some salons as well. That was part of the creed of the association. When I have led trips, you know, around the world and travel over the last 20 years, we've always stopped and visited Intercoiffure salons. My salons are called Neroli's Salons and Spas, and they are members of Intercoiffure today, and I'm a board member, actually. How crazy is that? So started off in the industry at a salon. I apprenticed, not apprenticed, but I assisted for well over a year. Back 25 years ago, we assisted for a long time. A lot different in the assisting side for hair. We started in assisting, doing all the shampooing, and then we did all the chemical work. So I did all the perms, colors, highlights, things of that nature. And then the master that I worked along with did all the cutting and finishing work. And so phenomenal experience. Those were the days when we did 3-4 people at the same time. spinning multiple chairs as an assistant. And it was certainly super high energy, long days, but very passionate about that a fantastic introduction and experience into the industry. Today, most of you as cosmetology graduates will probably do a training program more around 3 to 6 months. Barbering would probably be a month to 3 months. Based on, experiences that you're having in school today, we try to get, you practically prepared as ready as possible. Some of you as graduates may have had the opportunity to even start double booking as a student. If you were showing that, that you had that knack of time management and technical aptitude. So with that being said, it was a privilege and a pleasure to start in the industry at a very young age. And I enjoyed my salon experience immensely. After I moved out of the salon side, I went into distribution. So I started working with Aveda from a distribution perspective. So I was sort of the educator who came into salons throughout the state of Wisconsin and Northern Illinois, and basically trained, educated on the product line, and did lots of demonstrations, worked with guests, did workshops, did eventing, same thing we do now today. Very successful techniques in order to connect with guests, and one at a time in order to impact the experience. So ultimately, the field of cosmetology continues to grow, and it just is a, especially in a COVID world, salons being closed for a long period of time, coming back, you really just saw and felt the joy in the consumers. So it was really, it's been a fabulous experience. And I get welled up about that because some of you have lots of family and you have lots of friends and you stay very engaged, but there are many people in our communities who don't have that. And so when you see the experience that these consumers have, and that going to see their hairdresser and the experience that you create and how you make them look and feel better, it's just so powerful. We are not just hairdressers. We are more than that. We have deep friendship and connections to lots of people. And it's really something you should feel very proud to be a part of every day. And when the going gets tough out there, because it will get tough, long days, long hours, lots of trying to meet or exceed the guests' expectations, hopefully you step back and reflect and go, you know what, I am doing worthwhile work here. And I know that I make a big difference with the community who I get to serve, where I get to serve. And so, hopefully you'll take that back and let that reflect in how you dust off after a tough day and get back into it and put that smile on your face, and just know that, those are gradient, sort of levels of professionalism. And that's where when things get tough, how we persevere. And certainly you all know that, COVID absolutely put obstacles in front of all of us. And many of you could have said, you know what, this is too hard, dealing with this kind of change and, how that's impacted yourself, your families, and your friends. It hasn't been easy, but boy, to get here to this graduation, it is really, really powerful, and you need to all be really proud of yourselves and pat yourselves on the back, because you have made what a lot of people could have quit and said, I'm not gonna get back into this right now. And you didn't. You said, you know what, I know what I want to do, and I've got my dreams and aspirations, and I'm gonna make that possible and make that happen. So kudos to all of you. As aesthetics, students are always very near and dear to my heart. I'm also an esthetician. I'm actually a Sodesco diplomat. So that is a licensure out of Switzerland. And basically it has a global sort of licensure. So most everyone who works on cruise ships, works internationally has a Sedesco license. And so with that being said, I'm very proud of my aesthetics background. I loved working in the treatment room. I did it for many years. I actually went back in the treatment room 2 Christmases ago. And, the team was like, oh my God, Susan's doing your facial. And I'm like, would you guys stop? We work shoulder to shoulder here, I love the interaction with the consumer, and there's nothing better. Sometimes getting into leadership, management, and ownership has its drawbacks. And the number one drawback is you don't get to talk with the consumer as much as you used to. And I have to do focus groups now in order to talk with guests. So outside of when I'm in the stores, of course. So needless to say, estheticians working in the treatment rooms, it's all about the guest knowing at the end of that experience, this is my skin type. These are the conditions affecting my skin type. And this is what I'm going to do during this facial that's going to make an impact on your skin. And these are the future services that you need in order to maintain a healthy, radiant skin, right? We all know as estheticians that beauty begins in the belly, and that, how we breathe, how we reflect, how we, what we put in to our bodies, and how waste removes out of our bodies. It's all part of a healthy system. And estheticians play a really important role in our communities. We're constantly out there, serving guests from the full body, whether it's at a body treatment perspective or facial services, waxing, eyelashes. The industry has so many options and opportunities today. You just got to find your niche. And I can tell you that with the COVID world for aesthetics, it's all about the eyes, right? So it's about having luscious lashes and fabulous eye makeup, because normally in times of economic downturn for the last century, lipstick is the number one cosmetic item that sells in economic downturns. Well, with COVID masks, it's not the case this time. So skincare, from the rubbing of the mask on the face, many guests are talking about the irritation, the congestion, some of the acneic conditions that they never had, suddenly that they have. So, estheticians framing the eyes, which are so important with brow waxing, with doing lash and brow services that help to straighten the lashes, that help to kind of curate them perfectly coiffed brows. There's such a demand to fill those brows in, whether you're doing micro blading or if you're just filling it in with a shadow or a pencil. Brows are everything, which reminds me I need to do my brows myself. So, with that being said, once you get your foundation in a salon or spa, Medi Spa, eyelash center, working retail, extremely admirable to work with Ulta, Sephora, and others like Kohl's department store is developing their cosmetic department, as well as Walgreens has spent a lot of money behind their, cosmetic areas as well. It's just so many opportunities in aesthetics that really, it's unlike any other time in the business. 30 years ago when I started in the industry, the average facial was done laying in a shampoo bowl. And then the guest would lay their head back in a shampoo bowl. That's where I trained facial services back in the day. So it's really come a long way. And so with the evolution of the resorts, the destination spas, led by Canyon Ranch, and others, of course, Four Seasons, Mandarin, Oriental, these spa facilities, and there's many spa brands worldwide, that the International Spa Association is really the group there that helps to lead that group. All industries ebb and flow. Certainly COVID time is no different. But at the end of the day, find what you love to do and just do it. Because when you love to do what you do, which I hope you can feel my passion about what I do, it'll never be working a day in your life. It's just that cool, that fun. I fly out of bed every morning, and when I lay down, I'm out like a light, like some of you guys I've traveled with before, some of the faculty. I live every day at 110%, and I'm always proud of the every day. I work harder today than I did yesterday, and if that's even possible. But needless to say, it's been an industry that has been an absolute blessing for me. With that being said, to my cosmetology hairdresser students, holding up my flat iron, curling iron, and blow dryer for all of you, and to my aesthetic students, find your love, find your passion, and just live it and do it to your fullest. Never stop learning. Always know that there is just learning is where the motivation and inspiration comes in. So if you're ever having a bummer day, look up YouTube real quick and find something that you want to learn more about, right? Talk to a colleague, who's your mentor, find a mentor, work with your mentor. Businesses that are intense are growing businesses. And businesses that are kind of slower, you got to put that inspiration into it. And when you've got that inspiration, there'll never be a day that you're not successful. With that being said, I am just thrilled that I could be here at your graduation ceremony today. It's an absolute privilege to have served you as students, and I'm certainly always here as a reference upon your graduation. You can always reach me through social, of course, and I think many of you guys have my email address, so you're certainly welcome to always stay in contact. We want to continue to stay in contact with where you're working in your placement. The fact that you find a great place to work, let us know how we can help you if you're struggling, depending on the city that you want to live in or work in. And shoot for the stars. Work at the best in the city, right? Your strongest economic opportunity is going to be there. And if you do make transitions throughout your time in the industry, please do so with gratitude and with grace. Transition is inevitable in anyone's lifelong career, but do it with gratitude and grace. In any place you work, there was always something that you learned or you took away from. And hopefully you'll take that opportunity to be gracious as you look on to a new chapter. And moving on to new chapters is okay too. Feel totally comfortable in doing that. Try not to open up across the street from a salon that you worked at, who helped get you started, who trained you. Be respectful in the distance that you would select in finding that next location, and then as a result, that salon will probably help you as you continue to grow on your way. Most students, 40% of students say future ownership is in their future, which is outstanding. But remember, at the end of the day, the industry is small in our cities. And so we all do get to know each other pretty well. And the better the industry, we can all reach out and help and assist and support each other, the better. So join your associations, get all your magazine subscriptions, stay on top of the industry changes. And, influencers are nice, watching brands are nice, but esthetician to esthetician, reaching out, asking questions, and being supportive to each other is a beautiful thing. So with that being said, I wish you all the best in the future. Be well, and again, congratulations.
Thank you, Sue. We appreciate that. All right, well, Jamie's loading up our next video. I can also speak on behalf that Susan is one of my mentors. I graduated from IBW 13 years ago, which is crazy to think that myself, that I've been in the industry for 13 years. But I am also a licensed esthetician, and I would only work for a school that I loved attending. So clearly, I'm still on the same path that I wanted to be, I essentially think, but it's been a pleasure to work for the schools and to serve the students that we've been able to serve so far. So we are going to go ahead and play this Q&A class.
Thank you, Ari.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Sue.
Opportunities. That's easy. Wellness.
One or two words that describe Aveda would definitely be green and black.
Worth it.
The waxing. The best part about my program was getting to know everyone in my class.
The favorite part of my program was probably doing it with my best friends.
Waxing and eyelash extensions.
A shout out to my brother Austin for helping me get through school without any worries, and a shout out to my mom for always pushing me and helping me any way she can. Foremost, I'd like to thank Aveda. Thank you for the opportunity. I'd like to thank Desiree and Suzanne. You guys are amazing. And I'd like to give a big shout out to my class, full-time Esties. You guys are awesome. And I love you ladies so much. And I see nothing but greatness ahead for all of you. And I wish you all nothing but the best. Love you guys.
Shout out to Don for making sure I got back and forth to school for a lot of the time. Make sure we made it there at home. And shout out to my family just for supporting me. I love it. Thank you, Mom, Trey, Dee Dee, Dorothy, Rennie. Thanks all of y'all for being there for me and pushing me through this. Thanks, Kika. I love all of y'all.
Desiree and Suzanne, my instructors, were super helpful. Every single one of my classmates, I love you girls so much. My family and friends were all so supportive, and I couldn't do it without you.
So Jamie's gonna go ahead and load up our student slideshows. All right, on to the next one. We'll go on now to some instructor speeches, followed by a couple words from some of our student leaders.
Hi girls. So sad that I didn't really get to say goodbye to you, but I just wanted to let you know I'm so proud of you guys. You've made the best out of a really poopy situation and in the time being at school, but you made it, you did it, and I couldn't be more proud of all of you. Go out there, succeed, be your best. I'm gonna miss you guys so much, and I wish that I could say goodbye and hug you guys so tight, but I'm just so proud and so happy that I could have been a part of your journey, and I wish you guys the best.
Thank you all for the experience of being your instructor. I enjoyed working with each and every one of you, and I'll miss your faces. My hope is not only that you'll flourish in this industry, but that you'll make an abundant and beautiful career, one that makes you happy.
Awesome. So Jamie, if you just want to come back to this, I can go ahead and speak a little bit. And actually, if you just want to stop sharing your screen for a second, everyone can see my face, and then I can unmute some of the other people that are on to talk. Perfect. Thank you. All right, so we'll go on. So I have two student leaders that unfortunately couldn't make it to graduation because they are working. I do have one on though that will say some words about her classmates. I'd like to just tell everyone that Madison Cheney, who's the student leader of the cosmetology class, wishes she was here with you all right now, misses you so much, loves you all, and she's so excited that you're done. And then Whitney Dish from our evening aesthetics class. She just said, please let my class know that I couldn't imagine being with any other group of girls, and that I'm so glad Aveda brought us together and made us become lifelong friends. They made the experience so much more fun. So that's awesome. And then I also have Azzy on, and she's just gonna say a few things to her classmates. So I'm gonna unmute you, Azzy. I think I unmuted.
Hi everyone. Can everyone hear me? I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or not.
Yep.
But okay, awesome. I was really honored to be a student leader to my class. The first day we got there, everyone was just sitting super quiet, and we were all very anxious and like nervous. And then a couple days in, we all just became super close, and we all just became best friends. And it was just like such a great experience to have such a tight bond with not only like all my classmates, but our instructors as well. And kind of like in the beginning of the video, Aveda is just such a big family organization, and it was a great experience, and like all my classmates had such a good time. We were so close, and even with like the crappy situation that happened with COVID, we all pushed each other to make it through, and we were all there for each other no matter what. So it was awesome.
Great, thanks, Azzy.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, so we're gonna go on to announce our graduates, and then we will do awards, and I will give a closing statement, and you're all free to go. So while Jamie uploads this next slide deck here, I will go over the students that are graduating today. So we do have a lovely group of cosmetology students, starting with Madison Cheney. All right, and then the next slide, Lily. And Lily, you can tell me if I say this wrong, Gotzian. Did I say that correct? Sweet, okay, awesome. Lily, next. Stella Kruba, I think I said it correct. You guys have interesting last names, and then Cora Jestrich. Next, Tabria Gilbert, Caitlin Johnson, and Emily Kubayek. So congratulations to those cos students. We're gonna go on to aesthetics now. So our SD students graduating today are Azzy Steiner, Jade Wood, Jenna Jonas, Rukia Harrison, Diamond Burt, Laurencia Walker, or Rennie, we call her. Harley Danke. I think I said it right, Harley, right? And Brittany Lipinski. Zoe Volk. Whitney Dish. Isabella Denson. Ray Walford. Chloe Polka. Emily McCorkle, and Kaylee Fisher. All right, we will go on to our awards. So our first award is represented to our student class leaders. So each class selects a student leader to represent their class. The student leader participates in monthly meetings with the director of admissions counselor or the director of the institute. The student leaders learn business strategies for the salon and spa industry, and it is our goal that they become leaders in the industry upon graduation. So the following student leaders were Asley Steiner, Madison Cheney, and Whitney Dish. All right, and then our next award goes to our green team leaders. So each class selects a green team leader to represent their class. This person attends monthly meetings to ensure and collaborate environmental success in the school and ways to be more earth conscious. So that is Stella, Lily, Caitlin, and Zoe. And then we had our Best Attendance Award. So our Best Attendance is the award given to the student that has maintained the highest attendance percentage throughout the duration of their program. Good attendance will lead to successful career in the salon and spa industry. The Best Attendance Awards go to Jenna Jonas, Zoe Volk, and Tabria Gilbert. All right, we're on to our highest retail per client ticket. Oh, and Stella, you don't have a number next to you. I'll tell you what Stella's is really quick. So our retail award is the highest retail per client ticket. So salons and spa owners and general managers from our advisory board have provided feedback to our institute that they are looking for candidates with exceptional retail skills. This award acknowledges the student of each class that excelled in the area of retail sales. So that was Jenna at $18.74 per client ticket, Chloe at $9.58 per client ticket, and then Stella, let me just grab that for you, $4.84 per client ticket. So great job on that, everyone. All right, our highest education fund contributor. So this is the Education Fund is a student body collaborative effort to bring in the global and nationally recognized artists from all domains in the industry. Originally we would do this every month, but as COVID has come in contact with the world, we are on hold a little bit, but we are hoping to have this back in business. And this education fund is the total of all student gratuities received for performing services at the Aveda Institute Madison. As a graduate of the Aveda Institute Madison, our graduates are able to come back for continued education at no cost. So this is a lifetime benefit. So obviously with things going on, guest education isn't bumping right now except for virtual guest education, but as soon as we can have people in-house, make sure you're checking out our education calendar and coming to a lot of our guest education and those events for free, okay? And then our last one, our last award is our highest GPA. So this award is given to the student that has achieved the highest grade point average through the duration of their program. And our highest GPAs were Madison, Zoe, Katie, and Jenna. So great job, everyone. You will all receive your diplomas, your awards, and your pins in the mail, along with your student transcripts, and then coupons for 25% off of Aveda education as well. So one thing I want to ask is that if anybody that's on this call has changed addresses since the last time I connected with you, please email me your new address so that it's being sent to the correct address, and that way you get it and doesn't get returned to me. But other than that, you will receive that in the mail. So I just want to end by saying we are so fortunate that 22 of our students have now become official Aveda Institute Madison alumni. We couldn't be more proud of you all, and I already miss a lot of you that I don't see anymore, so please come by and visit us and get a service from some of your other students, because I know you all kind of blend in and become a big family here. So just know that we're all very excited for what your future holds, and we couldn't be more proud of you. So good night, everyone. Thank you again for coming on and congratulating these students through our first virtual graduation. Have a good night.